Holy smokes, Apple just announced their February 19th event, or rather technically an Apple launch, but I think this is gonna be a huge deal with potentially multiple products being announced at the same time next week, which sort of does kind of make it an event, and I have some good reasons for why I think that, which I'll explain in this video. But the craziest part is that Tim Cook posted this on X saying, "Meet the newest member of the family," which means this is a big deal for Apple themselves, so the speculation has already started with people wondering if this is some huge brand new product that we've never seen before. But based on tons of leaks that we've been seeing over the past few weeks, I'm fairly confident that Apple will announce the new iPhone SE 4, but with a huge twist, as well as potentially 2 to 3 additional product announcements. But before we get into that, we've got to talk about the Easter eggs hidden inside of Tim Cook's video. As you can see, there's this really unique Apple logo with awesome colors flowing through it, but the curious thing is the glowing circle around the logo. Why is it there, and what does it hint at? Some speculate that this could be a single camera bump, which is rumored to be part of the new design of the new iPhone SE, which Mark Gurman agreed with. Joanna Stern also said this could be the iPhone SE without a home button, which you can see the glow of a home button disappear right at the last second, which implies a full redesign. However, the weirdest part is that Tim Cook called it the newest member of the family, which implies a brand new product. Like, apparently some people thought the circle could mean that it's an AirTag 2 launch, but Tim Cook wouldn't make such a big deal about such a tiny product, although this might actually be one of the extra product drops at this launch. The more likely explanation is that this could be a full rebrand of the iPhone SE, which Mark Gurman alluded to as well. So does this mean that this will no longer be called the iPhone SE anymore? And why not? Well, thankfully we had a bunch of mysterious leaks about Apple rebranding the iPhone SE to the iPhone 16e, which would make it technically a part of the iPhone 16 lineup alongside the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and it would then technically be more of a member of the family. Now, why would Apple do this? Why ditch the SE name? Well, here are my thoughts. SE just kind of sounds bad and cheap. It has like a cheap reputation among Apple fans and just basically everybody, even the Android community. So tying the new iPhone SE with the iPhone 16 name with 16e might actually boost sales, since it makes it feel more kind of fresh and modern, but at a lower price. Because, for example, if you're a teen, you don't really want to tell your friends that your parents bought you a cheap iPhone SE. But if it's called an iPhone 16e, you can tell your friends that you got a new iPhone 16. It's just a small version. It's actually these subtle mind games that might seem laughable and not a big deal, but they have a huge impact psychologically and in terms of the marketing. So with that said, I'm 100% confident that next week we are gonna see the new iPhone SE replacement, especially since right now the current model is banned in the EU because it still has a lightning port, so Apple is losing sales every day, so Apple needs to release a new one with USB-C ASAP. And on top of that, Mark Gurman did say that the inventory of the current model is now very low, which means it's about to get replaced. So with that said, let's talk about the new features of the iPhone 16e before we get into some of the other products that we could see. First of all, the old square LCD 4.7-inch display is going away for good. We're getting a full edge-to-edge display, 6.1 inch, and it's gonna be OLED. Finally, the home button is going away. We're getting Face ID finally on a cheap SE model. We're getting, of course, USB-C. We're getting better speakers. We're getting MagSafe on the back, which is one of my favorite features. We're getting a huge camera upgrade, 48 megapixel camera on the back, just one of them, but with their 2x sensor crop, it actually works quite well. It's gonna be an excellent camera. overall, it's gonna be an amazing upgrade, and I think it's gonna be about $500. With that said, let's move on to these other products that I think could be coming and why I think this could happen at that launch next week. Mark Gurman has shown over the past week that the stock is extremely low of, let's say, the new MacBook Air right here. It's very low, as well as other products like the iPad Air, which hints at these products getting replaced very soon with the new M4 MacBook Air and the updated iPad Air. Now, we also have rumors of the iPad 11 that's supposed to come as well, even though the stock isn't that low. And why do I think this could happen? Well, because of the February 19th launch date, which is on a Wednesday. Now, if you remember back in October, Apple did a very unique launch with an exciting week of announcements, which started on Monday with an M4 Mac, then we got another one on Tuesday and another one on Wednesday. But this time, they're going straight to Wednesday, which is significant because Apple doesn't really do announcements on Thursday or Friday, so they're just doing one next week, which means they could just update all of these products all at once, with the main focus being the iPhone SE. And why would they do that? Well, because the iPhone SE is the only one that's getting a really nice new redesign. All of these other products are literally just gonna be boring chip swaps. Like, they could do a press release at any time for each of these, so it's kind of just like side updates that they could do right at the same time after announcing the SE. Or of course, if they wanted to, they could just wait an additional week or so, or maybe March, to put out those press releases. And if you're curious about the M4 Mac Studio, I actually just made a leaks video about that, potentially coming as soon as March. So definitely watch that video right over there and subscribe above for more videos like this one. Let me know your thoughts on this whole invite from Apple for next week down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.